Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday with Sarah May. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday with Sarah May. I am your host, your guide, Sarah May. I am an energy healer, a life coach, and the founder and instructor of Empowered Empath Academy. It is my goal to help as many empaths as possible awaken to their superpowers, release anything that isn't serving them, and step into their best lives. And as part of that goal, I come live on Facebook in the Empaths Awakening Facebook group every Wednesday, and I share some of my wisdom with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please know that if you're drawn to be here today, you are in the right place, receiving exactly the information that you are supposed to be. And I am so proud of you for listening to your soul's whisper and ending up here today. Whether you're live or on the replay or watching this on YouTube, I would love it if you'd say hello in the comments. I always like to know who is watching and contributing to the energy of these episodes. Whether you're live or on the replay, you contribute to the energy of the episode here, and I'm so grateful for your presence. Today, we are talking about the new moon, and this is kind of a continuation of our show from 2 weeks ago, where we spoke about the full moon and 7 things to do during the full moon and 3 things to avoid. If that's something that you're interested in, if you're watching this at a time of year that you're actually closer to the full moon, know that that episode is there to be referenced both on YouTube and in the guide section of the Empath Awakening Facebook page. Today, we are talking about the new moon because the new moon is in just a couple days from today. Our first new moon of February is going to be on February 9th. It is the Aquarius new moon. This is also a very powerful new moon because on the 10th, we celebrate the Lunar New Year. So there is a lot of new creative energy going through right now. And this new moon energy can be really creative. It can bring a lot of breakthroughs and really help you to make space for new beginnings. So let's talk about how we can use this powerful energy in our life and how we can work with it to really move into that best life that we desire. The first thing that we're going to talk about that is awesome to do with the new moon is start something new. This is the time for new beginnings, right? The new moon is when the moon goes black and it starts to grow. This is the most fertile time of the month. So this is a great time to start a new diet plan, apply for a new job, ask out that person that you've been wanting to ask out. This is a wonderful day and time of the month for new beginnings. So whatever you've been thinking about or putting off starting, or if like this is our second new moon of the new year, we are just at the beginning of February. If you have already left your New Year's resolutions in the past, this is a great time to revisit them. And my advice is if you have a list of resolutions, if you have a list of things you want to work on, pick just one each month to focus on, because no one's going to focus on 10. You're just asking too much of yourself. But now is a really, really great time to start new things. And also, number 2, now we're going to get into a little bit of a ritual, kind of like we did 2 weeks ago, talking about the full moon. And this is what you can do for some self-care to really work with the energy, in addition to taking this time to start anew, right? Whatever new project you've been thinking about starting, whatever new venture you've been thinking about stepping into, this is a great time to do it and have the universe behind you. And it's also a great time to really set yourself up. And you're going to do this by cleansing your space and cleansing yourself, right? This is the ideal time of the month to do this. During any lunation, we want to do this to really set us up for the future. So it's a great time to sweep your house. If you want to sweep from the middle and sweep out the door, that is a traditionally energetically cleansing way to do that. It's also a really great time to relax and renew. The new moon is traditionally a low energy time of the month, where the full moon is more kind of hyped up and hyper and high energy and very intense. The new moon tends to be a little bit more relaxing and low energy. So this is a wonderful time to really start treating yourself and do some self-care and allow yourself that opportunity to relax and renew. This is also a great time of the month to do manifestation work, to do prosperity work. And with the Lunar New Year, it's a really great time to do that as well. I went to Chase Bank. I got my Lunar New Year envelope. Red envelopes are traditional money attraction magnets, right? That's why the bank gives it out. You put some money in here, put that right in your money bowl. A money bowl is like a money magnet. You get a bowl or a vessel that can hold things, and you can put some rice or some stones in the bottom of it, and then you can put in any herbs that might attract money. Cinnamon is really good. Bay leaf is traditional. You can see in this picture where they wrote what they're calling in on the bay leaves. Pyrite is a really powerful stone to use. And of course, money, right? So we want to call in that money. And then if you can get this New Year envelope, you could put some money in there and stick that in there as well. And you can call in that dragon energy. This is the year of the dragon. You could call in that dragon energy to really boost that abundance and that manifestation power. Year of the dragon. Yes, love that. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Hayes. Hello, everybody. I'm just seeing your guys' hello pop up now. I don't know if it's slow or what, but I'll comments as they show them to me. Our next new moon activity. This is a great time of year to set your intentions. Like I said, if you missed the traditional New Year, you don't have to wait for New Year's or your birthday or anything like that to like set intentions. You can do it any day. Any day is a great day to set an intention, change your mind, and change your life, right? Any day is a really good day. The new moon is a powerful time to do it, to have the universe behind you as well. So it's a great day to sit down and think about, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really want? What am I calling in? What do I want for the year ahead, right? What am I working on in the month ahead? Now is a great time to set your intentions. If you haven't already done your vision board or a goal board, now is a really great time to do it. I just got some new Post-its in. I'm redoing my goal board, which is different than my vision board. And I'm using these cute little heart Post-its. I got 8 different colors, and I'm going to put my goals on there. And then I have a big goal board. And on one side, it says accomplishing. And on the other side, it says accomplished, right? So I put it on accomplishing when it's a goal I'm working on. And then I move it over to accomplished when I'm done. So that could be a powerful activity that you could do this time of year if you want to get that visual reminder up in front of you. We also have the Lucky Girl master class and the What Wisdom Wednesday that you can refer to as well if you want to know more about making like a vision or goal board. But the new year, the new moon, sorry, it's the new moon and the new year though, because it's the new year, sorry. Today we're talking about the new moon. The new moon is a very powerful time to set the intentions. As I said earlier, this is the most fertile time of the month, right? The moon is dark and then it's going to grow and grow and grow. So we're going to set our intentions and plant our seeds in the dark, just like we do, right? You plant a seed in the dark earth and then you allow it to grow. And we're doing the same thing with our intentions. So now is a really powerful time to sit and think about, what is it that I truly want to call into my life? Our next thing to do during the new moon is a new moon card pull. This can be very helpful whether you have set intentions or if you don't. If you're having a hard time and feeling stuck and wanting to know where to go and where to focus, this can be a really powerful tool to help you figure that out. Ask the universe, do a card pull, set the intention to do this card pull and ask the universe, what are the seeds and dreams that I should be planting now? What will those seeds need to grow? How can I nurture the seeds of what I want and nurture myself? And how do I prep for the arrival of my manifestations? All these are very, very important steps because, as we know, anybody can manifest anything. Calling it in is easy. Holding on to it, being ready for it, allowing it when it comes in, that's the hard part. So knowing how to nurture ourselves, knowing how to prep for the arrival, doing the necessary work to be ready to receive and ready to hold on to, ready to receive and ready to retain right? So this card pull is a really powerful way to really tap into what it is that you should be focused on and working on during this time if you need that assistance. If you do know what you're working on, if you're very clear on your goals and you know where you're headed, this can be a good way to know what to focus on your energy this month, right? Usually anything we do, there's a lot of different steps, a lot of things going on. So this can let you know what to really focus on in the month ahead. And lastly, no, this isn't lastly, this is second to last. Sorry. Next, light a candle and meditate, right? After you've sat and thought about your intentions, after you consulted your cards to know where to focus on, right? You got your goal, you know where you want to go, you got your card pull, you know exactly where you are going to be focusing your energy on. Now is time to light a candle and meditate. Set your intention into the world and allow yourself the space to really start to visualize those intentions coming to fruition. Really start to visualize yourself as already having manifested what it is you're calling in, right? Give yourself that time to sit and connect, and also time to release what isn't serving you, right? And the last thing that I'm going to recommend doing for the new moon is journaling. And you can journal after all these steps, really. I mean, you can journal down your intentions. I love journaling intentions. I always recommend writing them down. I have a very specific journal that I use just for this. And when I go back through it multiple times a year, I go through and I highlight anything, any intention that I have completed, any manifestation that I have called in, any goal that I have achieved, I highlight them in a book. So that can be a very powerful way to journal. Also, anything you received during your meditation, you can write down the cards that you got from your card pull. It can be very easy to forget your card pull like the next day, right? Like this is information that you want to carry with you for the month, but sometimes like life is just busy and that stuff skips out of our head. I don't know about you, but that definitely happens to me. So writing it down is a really powerful way to not only cement it in your brain, but cement it with the universe, and also have that reference to go back to when you need it to remind yourself what you have accomplished and what a badass you are. Honestly, I love referring to it and looking at how much I've done. Like, especially if I'm feeling like I'm not really moving so much, I will go through that list, and there's usually a couple things that I can highlight in there, and then I'll also see all the other highlights, and I'll remember that I am an amazing manifester. I'm a miracle worker. I am a child of God, and I can call in the life that I desire, and I do. I do it all the time. You know, all the amazing things in your life, all the upgrades that you have already received. Think about yourself, 10, 20 years ago, and think about yourself now. All the ways that your life has gotten better and you have improved as a human being, you've called all of those in. And it's powerful to remind ourselves of that. So I like to write down my intentions. And I also like to write down my card pulls, and then I can see, because sometimes you're like, what does that mean? Why am I focusing on that? And you'll look back and you'll be able to see what it meant. So that's a really powerful thing to do. Ooh, I need to journal more, right? I always think I need to journal more too. Journaling is so powerful. So here's our new moon to-do list condensed, right? The new moon, again, perfect time to start new things. This is the time we want to plant the seeds. It's the most fertile time of the month. We're planting them in the dark so they can grow with the moon, right? After that reminder, we get into like kind of the ritual, right? Because we have like a little full moon ritual we could do, and here's a new moon ritual you could do, starting by clearing yourself and clearing your space, right? I like to start with my house and then I move on to myself. That's me personally. Some people like to start by cleansing themselves and cleansing their house. Whatever feels right to you, do that. Cleanse your space, cleanse yourself, allow yourself that self care right now, right? It's also a great time again to start and refresh your money bowl or do any kind of abundance work that you want. If you are watching this live or in early February, you might want to look into getting one of these handy dandy nifty little Lunar New Year cards to really boost that money bowl. We're going to want to set our intentions, and we can do this out loud to our guides. We can do it on a visual, on a vision board. We can do it on a goal board. We can do it in our journal. Any way you do it, now is a great time to set your intentions for the lunar cycle ahead and for your life moving forward, honestly. Also do a card pull for yourself to know where to focus in the month ahead. Light a candle and meditate on those intentions. Allow yourself to visualize them as already coming to fruition. And then at the end, journal about the entire experience. Right? So I love this. This is a simple ritual that you could do. You could do this in a couple of hours, right? Take some time to clean up your house, bathe yourself, refresh your money bowl, set your intentions, do a little card pull and a little meditation, a little journaling. This is a great like bedtime ritual is typically when I do that. As a reminder, the new moon after the moon is new. So after the 9th or on the 10th, you can do it on the Lunar New Year. This is a great time to cut your hair if you're wanting your hair to grow. So I know this was one of my don'ts for the full moon if you're trying to grow your hair. This is definitely a do for the new moon. If you want your hair to grow, if you want to get thick, long, luxurious hair, this is the perfect time to get a haircut because your hair is going to grow with the new moon. Now we've talked about 7 different things, well, technically 8 with the hair, to do during the new moon to encourage growth and to help us move into our best life. What things do you want to avoid with the new moon? Because ideal times for some things are not ideal for others. So let's get into it. The first thing that I would advise avoiding doing if you can during the new moon is quitting something you care about. This is not the time for quitting. This is the time for starting, right? So if you're thinking about things that you don't want, I would encourage you to shift it to what you do want and focus on that at this time of the month, right? And when we realize what we don't want, when we're triggered by something, when something offends us, that lets us know we don't want this. And we can use the information of what we don't want to figure out what it is that we do want. So now is a good time to really focus on what it is that we do want moving forward and looking at that and moving towards that. Eyes on the prize. If you are moving towards what you do want, you are, without even trying, moving away from what you don't want. And now is not the time of the month to focus on what you don't want, because now is the time of the month that what we focus on grows. Does that make sense? Now is the time that whatever we focus on is going to grow and expand. So we don't want to be focusing on things that we don't want in our life. We want to keep our focus on what it is we do want and continue to move forward. And what we don't want will naturally fall away. And this is especially important when it has to do with something that you care about, because we want to make sure that whenever we're moving on or letting go of something that's really important in our lives, we want to make sure that that's what we want, right? We want to make sure that that is what's best for us. So now is not the best time of the month to do that. That's more of a full moon activity, releasing things that you know that you're done with and letting them go. And then letting them move out gracefully. Right now, that's not the focus. Right now, the focus is what do I want and how can I move towards it? Also, a wonderful time to avoid overcommitting yourself. I know that it's hard. Like I said earlier, the new moon is naturally a time of low energy. We don't want to put ourselves out there more than we can. We want to be taking care of ourselves and focusing on what it is that we want to be doing in life, not overcommitting ourselves to everybody else in the world, right? If you can avoid over committing yourself to everybody in the world, if you can allow yourself some space to relax, some space to rest, some space to allow yourself to figure out what it is that really is important, that's what's ideal for this time. So don't think like this is the time of the month where I'm going to just do everything in the world and I'm going to try to get everything done this weekend. It's before Valentine's Day. I'm going to do all these things on the weekend. If you can put them off, if you can outsource them, if you can ask somebody else to help you, that's the thing to do. Now is not the time to overcommit yourself. And now is also not the time to skip the nap. I'm going to say it 100 times during this video, apparently. Now is the time for rest. Now is the time for rest and renewal and allowing yourself to grow, right? Allowing yourself to get what you need and to plant the seeds that you need to grow in the direction that you want to grow. So allow yourself that rest. If you're tired, it's okay. If you're not feeling well, know that you're not alone. This is naturally the time that our body is clearing out and renewing. When we renew, we detox. So sometimes detox feels like being a little unwell, right? I've had a stomach bug this last week, and so has my daughter. So we've been really clearing out. As the moon is shrinking, we're letting go of what doesn't serve us. And then I know that that's making space for new stuff in the time ahead. So I've really been focused on rest myself this time. And if you are feeling the need for a nap, if you feel that pull towards nap, now is not the time to deny yourself that. Allow yourself that rest. So which of these are you going to try? Which one of these did you really need to hear today? Is it something that you're going to do? Is it something that you're going to avoid? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really super curious. I've been doing too much commitment at work. Yes, that's important to realize when you're overcommitting yourself at work or people pleasing at work, we can really burn ourselves out that way. So yeah, I love that you're recognizing that, and that is the first step to bringing more balance to that situation. Even a 10-minute meditation nap. Yes. Yes, I take naps where I don't sleep often. I just need to like be horizontal for 15 minutes. And I will often pop on like one of my grounding meditations or something like that during that time, or just allow myself to be, right? I just be still and be quiet for 10, 15 minutes can be super, super powerful. Absolutely. Love that. Ooh, I'm taking a bath. I'm taking a bath too. Baths are great. And you can be as complicated or as simplistic as you want with that cleansing bath, right? It can be as simple as putting some Epsom salts in the water, or it can be as intricate as lighting yourself some candles, getting some different essential oils, maybe getting some beautiful Reiki music, lovely lighting, and you could even put flowers. I have lavender and chamomile and rose dried that I add to my bath. There's so many beautiful things that you can do to really take care of yourself in a bath. So I love that that's what you're doing. I need to take care of my diet. Ooh, I love that. And this new moon energy is really, really good energy to start that new regimen. Like we said, this is a great time to start something new and have the energy of the universe helping you along that new path. So I love that you're going to be taking care of your diet and focusing in on what's best for you. That is our episode for today. Thank you so much for being here. I have a couple quick reminders before we go. First is February 20th, 21st, and 22nd. 2 days, 2 weeks from yesterday, 13 days from now, we are doing the Empowered Empath Experience. This is a powerful 3-day experience. We get together live on Zoom for about an hour a day, and we are going to go through like a mini version of my Empowered Empath Foundation course, where we're going to go over the importance of grounding and do a grounding exercise together. On day 2, we're going to do a live healing experience together. And on day 3, we are going to connect to our inner light so we can start to really let our authentic selves shine. This is one of the most powerful experiences that we do in Empath Awakening with Healing with Sarah Mae all year long. It is my favorite thing, and I'm so excited to be doing it for the second year in a row. I would love to have you there. I will drop the registration link in the comments below. Please register. This will allow you to get the workbook when it comes out. This will allow you to get updates about when we're going live, and of course, give you that Zoom link so you can have the experience with everybody else as well. Also, if you know anybody who you think would benefit from this experience or you would like to go through this experience with, I would love for you to share this opportunity and this event. This is a completely free event in which we do this powerful, powerful work. Like I said, this is work that I teach in my classes. This is work that I teach to my private coaching clients. So it really is very beneficial to learn these skills and tools. And if you feel called to do so or know anyone that you think would benefit from it, I would be really grateful for you to share that. And also, last thing, as a reminder, my 4 Seasons 4-pack is available until the end of February. This is very popular in January. People are loving this. And the 4 Seasons 4-pack, it's only $4.44 to get a series of 4 remote Soul RX Reiki sessions. I'm always asked, how often should I get a Reiki session? Like, how often do people need them? And it's kind of a hard answer to answer because everybody's needs are different, but everybody, in my opinion, should get a session at least 4 times a year. It's kind of like that seasonal cleaning that we do where you get adjusted. So I've created this 4-pack to help people get that. So if that's something you're called to, I would love to have you there. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for doing the work to expand and grow as a person and to really let your light shine. When you allow your light to shine, when you raise your vibration, you raise the vibration of everyone around you and the planet as a whole. In my opinion, this is the most sacred work that you could do. And I'm so grateful for you being willing to do it. So thank you for being here today. And thank you for being here for yourself. And until next time, the light in me acknowledges and bows to the light in you. And so I say, namaste. Thank you so much. I love you all.